Hello, this is update video 8 for my Mario fan game, currently untitled, yes. Sorry it's been a while since the last update. I've had some things like school get in the way, other things, but I'm here finally with a new update. I know people have been asking this for a while. Here it is. Real quick, some disclaimers. Apparently I forgot to mention this in a video in the past, but I have used generative AI, so like ChatGPT, to make about 70% of the code. Now, this is because I'm an artist and a designer, not a coder. I can't do everything in this project, and if you have problems with this, feel free to dislike the video and unsubscribe or whatever you want to do. And this disclaimer will be in every video from now on. Also, I'd like to point out that at the beginning it was more like 90%, so I've gotten a lot better, right? So keep in mind that this is my first ever coding project. Here, the credits. Dog, who is in the description, has made all the music and most of the sounds. They've been a very big part of the game, right? Yeah, description. Please read the description. It has a changelog for all of the new updates and links to people's channels. And then finally, the Super Mario Bros. Fan Game level contest that I've been doing. You can pause to read the rules here, but there's a form in the description if you want to fill it out to submit your levels. And now, on to the actual new additions. Okay. Give me a bit to boot up the game. Takes a second. And there it is. Already, off the bat, that splash screen there, that's new. The game window is now in the center, that's new. Your cursor is hidden in here, that's new. And you can actually now full screen the game, which you could not do before. That is new. So this is a very basic title screen. It's a very early work in progress. But we have these cinematic bars that fly out. Eventually, this like classic Super Mario Bros. Title screen is gonna fall off, and the new one is gonna be behind it for the new for the fan game. So that's what that's gonna be like. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the sound a bit. But yeah, so this is the world map so far. No, this is not. This is not the world map. This is a testing world map. Right. I've added nodes to the world map, jumping nodes. I've added these things. I'm actually going to completely scrap this system just because it doesn't work too well, but oh well. So let me hop into 1-1 to show you some stuff. Okay. Ignore that, I have some testing objects here. But first of all, you might notice a lot of different stuff here. This is just a testing object, but I'm gonna turn down the sound even more because it's super loud. So, first off, we have the Koopa Troopa. It's very early, right? Very buggy, glitchy, but it was a last-minute addition, right? But that's a work in progress. I also have, oh yeah, Goombas. They have squashed sprites now, so when you squash them, they actually get squashed. So that's cool. That's a bug. And one thing you might have noticed is that the game is no longer pixel perfect. Now that's actually a good thing. Before it looked super jittery, the camera would jitter, everything would jitter. It was super ugly. Hated it. No longer does that. No more jitters, none of that. Right? So let's move on to that, right, the fade in. I forgot about that. Now when you go from level to level, it has a little fade in animation, right? So let's do that. Just like that. And if you're wondering why the player model keeps on switching between the two, that's just because I don't have the sprites done. So, yeah. Right, so let's turn on dev mode. Now you can turn on developer mode by typing in the word ball. I hope somebody got that reference. And you can do all kinds of stuff. The arrow keys can mess with your coins. Like that. You can set your coins to 999999. Like that. Or to 0. Just like that. And what else is there? Oh, you can press R to restart the room. Right? And if I go to the world map, these on-off blocks over here, you can also trigger those. Also, if you press M, you get a little cursor like the one from Mario Galaxy. Follows you around, does that. Awesome. Very, very fun to fidget with. Not the most useful, but it's fun. Now, on to two things. This is a little debug area off to the side, I guess. Level 1-5 is now starting development. It is called Goombrat Canyon and is made by Mario Bros. Mayhem. Oop, I died. It has these new plants called the Budding Fortune, which was a name that you guys actually voted for. Currently, they're not animated, though they will be in the future, but... So, just take a moment to listen to the song. It's another really great song made by a dog. Seriously, I need to fix that. Seriously, he's amazing. But let's go through. So, you might notice already, the background, this is a unique background piece. Kind of unique. This level's very early on, you see these glitchy platforms, all kinds of stuff, but, yeah. I also added, I think earlier on I showed it, but there's long question mark blocks with super mushrooms in them. Not the craziest thing in the world, but still. Okay, I went the wrong way. Next, I would like to show you another in-development feature. This is the world map for World 1. Now, it is not... I don't have the nodes in place yet, right? And I don't have all the decorations, but you can kind of see how it will look, right? Some basics with it, those floating pipes I promise will not be there. But no. Yeah. Little catchy. What else have I added? Koopa Troopas, dev mode. I think that might be everything. Oh, you can't have negative coins anymore. That was a bug. You cannot have that anymore. Let's see, splash screen, title screen, yep. Oh, some other things. This is not the biggest thing, but you can now resize the game. So if you really, really want to play in this tiny resolution, you can now. Oh, wow. Wow, that goes really small. But yeah, so full screen, out screen, not full screen. And then finally, pressing escape closes the application. And there we go. I hope you enjoyed version 8 of the devlog videos of my Mario fan game. Which, by the way, if you have a title idea, please tell me. Right? Please tell me. Yeah, what is this? Goodbye.